So then, fourth grade. A couple of weeks ago, we had a forest monster. This time, I'm going to ask you to draw a sea monster. A kind of lonely sea monster whose head turns out to be a little island with a coconut palm on it. So to make a picture like this, I'm going to be showing you how to use colored pencils to make these different dark areas and lighter areas of the picture. So hopefully you have the right kinds of colored pencils, because I have black and I'm actually going to be using 3 different blues in this picture. If you don't have all those colored pencils, if you don't have 3 different blues, you can still get good effects by pressing hard or soft rather, to create the different tones, to create darker or lighter tones. Alright, so let's get started, and I'll show you how to draw this picture. So the first thing that we'll do is the line of the water surface. That should be kind of near the top of the page. If you need to, you can use a ruler, but it doesn't matter if it wobbles a little bit. Next, the shape of the monster is kind of like a big round shape, not exactly a circle, but you should try and kind of take up all of this space here, like a big fat egg kind of shape. And the top of that egg comes out of the water. So, like we do many times, you want to sketch this out lightly with the pencil, not to press too hard. Remember how I'm holding the pencil, I've showed you that before, so that you can press lightly, and it's easier to draw bigger shapes when you hold the pencil like this. It's easier to draw smaller shapes and detail when you hold like this. Yeah, so that's good. Now that's just the kind of basic shape. Next we're going to fill that shape with the different things that we need to. So first the head of the monster, and that's the only part that's poking up above the water. So yeah, that's going to sort of look something like that. Next, the knees, which are gonna come sort of filling this space. Something like that. Now the shoulders and the back. So there's a bit of neck there, and then the back. And finally the hands, which are going to come over the knees like this and like this. Okay, so those are the sort of basic shapes of the picture. So I'm going to erase now this outline that we did just as a guideline. We don't need that anymore, so we can take that away. Yep. Now, just looking at the top of the head, I'm going to create a second line. This gives us just a little bit of 3D effect, and that way I can have the island, the top of the head, just kind of poking out like that. Put the tree on. The coconut tree. Okay, let's move down and do the monster's face. So we're gonna mark in sort of halfway down the face where the eyebrows are gonna go. And we're gonna have a kind of squashed little nose like that, and a big mouth and a big chin like this. That's the mouth, and a big kind of lip and a big chin. Okay, so we're going to look at the hands next. So we want to divide these shapes up into fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let the arm just kind of disappear behind this big knee. Let's just take that line away a little bit. Same on this side. 1, 2, 4. And the very last thing that we're going to do is the little boat. Okay, now for colours, we're going to use coloured pencils, and I have a black and then 3 different blues. So I've got the black, and then a very dark blue, a kind of mid blue, and a lighter blue. So hopefully you can find those at home as well. Hopefully you have those. I also have yellow, green, and brown for the island and the boat. Okay, so you can try and do this picture with markers, but it's really going to work better if you have the coloured pencils. So hopefully you can find those, you have those at home. So starting with the black, we're going to colour in the darkest parts of the picture. So what I've done is start to fade out the black in certain areas. That's where we're going to swap to the next color, which is the darkest blue that I have. So that's going to kind of fade into that black like this. So now I'm switching to the next blue, a little bit lighter, slightly different color. Now on the face, I'm going to bring back the darker colors, starting with the black. Just while we're here with the black, let's just do some more shadows here and there. Okay, so I'm bringing back the darkest blue now. And switching again, this is the middle blue. Okay, so now I have my lightest blue. I'm going to do the surface of the water here. And I'm going to carry on with this lightest blue around the monster as well. Now I don't want to lose that line, so I'm going to use the same pencil but just press harder to put that line back in again. Okay, so to finish the picture, I'm going to have the yellow sandy beach here. We're going to use the brown for the coconut palm and also for the boat. We have the green for the top. And for our little person in the boat here, you can do whatever colors you want, I guess. Let's have a yellow hat too. So that, I just put that hat there, and that needs a bit more definition. So I'm just going to use the regular pencil for that. I'm going to use the same blue, the lightest blue that I have for the sky, but just do it very faintly. Okay, so one more thing to do before we can say that this picture is finished is just come back in with a darker color and fade this darkness up. If you want to, you can color all the way to the edges too, but I'm going to leave mine like that. So I'm going to take the darkest blue and just come in here and just fade this up into the lighter blue at the top. There is one more thing I want to do before I can say it's finished, and that's just add in a little bit of detail on this sandy island. Okay, so I'm just going to use the regular pencil just to add in a little bit of shading on one side to make it look a bit more 3D. Just like that. This is the finished picture now, a lonely deep sea monster. Using some different colouring techniques that we've done before. And so enjoy the process. I hope you make some great pictures and share them on Seesaw or on WhatsApp. Can't wait to see them. Have fun.